Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, May 10th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, it was a brazen incident that shocked the community. A gunman approached a police station and opened fire. A young police officer was struck and killed by friendly fire, and now 3 men who were allegedly involved are indicted. Our Byron Scott has the story.
Were pretty strong cases.
Nearly 2 months after the deadly shooting of Prince George's police officer Jacai Colson, State's Attorney Angela Alsobrooks announced indictments against the 3 brothers allegedly involved in the incident.
The Prince George's County Grand Jury has returned indictments in the cases of Michael Ford, Malik Ford, and Elijah Ford relating to the death of Officer Jacai Colson.
Michael Ford of the left faces 55 counts, including 1 for second-degree murder. Malik and Elijah Ford both face attempted murder charges, even though investigators say they fired no shots. They are alleged to have watched and videotaped as it unfolded. They
aided Michael that day. They were aware and they participated, and so under an accomplice liability theory, they would all be able to be held accountable for the attempted murder.
It was Sunday, March 13, when Michael Ford allegedly went to police headquarters and opened fire, shooting at the building. Police responded, including 28-year-old Colson, who investigators say was hit by another officer's bullet.
This caused tremendous hurt. There are just from the officers who were involved that day, who were outside, to their families, certainly the family of Officer Colson. His parents, his mother recently celebrated Mother's Day Sunday without her son. We're going to continue to move forward with this case and attempt to bring some peace to the family of Officer Colson as well as to this department and this community.
All 3 are expected to be arraigned within a month. If convicted, they face multiple life sentences. The day to honor and remember the fallen. This morning, the Prince George's Office of the Sheriff held a memorial service for Sergeant James Arnaud and Deputy First Class Elizabeth Magruder, who in 2002 were killed in the line of duty. Sergeant Arnaud's daughter, who helped initiate the memorial, says she's glad it's become an annual event.
You know, with my dad and Liz, it was the first in 306 years, so it was really, really important. I wanted the Sheriff's Office to have something of their own, to really have something for, just like the Sheriff said, that people can go and pay their respect and honor and remember that they're still living.
Nationwide, we've had 89 police officers that have been shot in the line of duty in 2016 alone. 16 of them, I believe, have made the ultimate sacrifice. So, you know, every day while we're out trying to rebuild the relationship with the community that we have, to have a law enforcement community partnership.
The 2 deputies were attempting to serve a psychiatric petition on an individual in Adelphi when the suspect shot them.
The second of the Freddie Gray trials is set to begin this week. Baltimore police officer Edward Nero has requested a bench trial. It begins on Thursday. Nero was one of 3 bike cops who were involved in Freddie Gray's arrest in April 2015. He's been charged with assault, reckless endangerment, and 2 counts of misconduct in office. Fellow defendants, officers William Porter and Garrett Miller, are expected to testify at Nero's trial. 5 officers, including Porter, are scheduled to be tried over the next 6 months. Well, some residents have been criticizing the county for not picking up their trash, but a representative at the Department of the Environment says it's just a mix-up as it transitions to a new collection system. It's now being picked up once a week instead of twice. Door hangers were placed at residences to notify people according to the county, and here's the schedule when Monday's yard waste will be picked up. And then, depending on your address, you can put out trash and recyclable items from Tuesday to Friday.
To pay attention to the information that they were sent from the Department of the Environment. In the case that they don't have their door hanger, which tells them their day, we have a number of different mechanisms for them to get that day. So they can call County Click 311. Of course, there's an extended wait time. They have to understand that roughly 170,000 homes went through the change, so just be patient. If they're not patient enough to wait, then they can surely visit our website at onceaweek.mypgc.us to receive the information.
And you can check the department's website or social media channels for more details on pickup days.
Normally, the parking lot at FedEx Field is packed with tailgaters, but today it's filled with commercial vehicles. Maryland State Police diverted trucks from the Beltway to FedEx for safety inspections. Because of increasing traffic fatalities, officials want to make sure big trucks are complying with federal regulations.
They'll do a complete inspection on the trucks. Any trucks that aren't within compliance, they'll be placed in an out-of-service lot, which you can see the blinking lights way up on the top hill up there. They'll be placed out of service until all the defects have been repaired, or if they're so much overweight, then they'll be offloaded in order to be legal, and then they can continue down the highway. There's one here that just pulled in. They're overweight, so that puts excessive weight on the highways that cause deterioration on the roads and bridges.
Maryland State Police say they hope to inspect more than 400 commercial vehicles by the end of the day.
Well, when it comes to the issue of legalizing marijuana, there are plenty of opinions. But according to AAA, fatal crashes involving drivers who use the drug doubled in Washington state. That information comes from research done by the Auto Clubs Foundation. Currently, 20 states are considering legalizing pot, which should raise concerns, AAA says, based on the findings. In 2014, Maryland decriminalized marijuana, which lessens the penalty for certain quantities. That same year, D.C. legalized it. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger.